This is JD here, and I'm in Sydney with my favourite client. I've said that to you before, haven't I, Darren?
Well, I'm your favourite today.
Favourite today. When I visit another client tomorrow, I'll be saying to them, my favourite client. Darren owns this business here. I've got to show it to you. I'll actually turn the camera around, show it to you. This is his business, and it is spectacular. It is called Lollies and Stuff, and it is probably the best candy shop in the world. I've never seen anything like this. You'll see here Darren is appropriately dressed in a St George outfit because I visited him from the Gold Coast in Sydney. This is at Windsor, and he knows I'm a St George supporter.
Absolutely. Hopefully I'll have a better year this year.
Hopefully Saints will have a better year. Now, Dazza, can I ask you, and we'll come around this way so we've got the shop in the background if you don't mind. Can I ask you, mate, Lollies and Stuff, what is it and how did it come about?
Well, Lollies and Stuff, as the name suggests, we're called the International House of Candy. So we import candy from all around the world. Our main countries are the USA, the UK, Canada, New Zealand, Europe and Australia. So we're trying to be a one-stop candy shop. So anyone that likes any candy or lollies from anywhere around the world, it's all in one spot.
And you've been complimented by people who've, tourists that have come in from America and places like that. And although I'm in the marketing game, so you tend to hype things up and say it's the best in the world or the best in Sydney or the best in Australia, you've been told by many that this is probably the best candy shop in the world.
Yeah, we often have people say that they've never seen a better candy store anywhere in the world. And I've heard comments like, you've got as much candy as Walmart.
Really?
All right, this place is as good as Disneyland.
Wow.
So we hear all those type of comments on a regular basis.
Wow. Do you mind if we go for a quick walk through?
No, sure thing.
Yeah, good. And I'll actually interview you as we're going through. By the way, can I get some pair of sunglasses? Because that is really bright. That shirt is very bright.
We sell them in our other shop in Guy Stuff too.
Oh, of course, you've got the other shop. Yeah, okay. Darren has another shop called Guy Stuff, which is all of Guy Stuff, of course. Now, Darren, tell me, this here, what I know it's self-serve, but...
Well, this is the biggest range of self-service candy you'll ever find in any lolly shop. We have around 200 self-service dispensers. And customers coming in, they get their brown bag, and it's just like the old lolly shop from the old days. You can get one of these, and one of these, and put them all in a brown bag.
Brown bag.
And we weigh them up.
Now, in terms of the shop itself, what's the size of the shop? We're talking quite a few square metres here, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. A couple of hundred square metres.
Couple of hundred square metres. And I've got to get to this section here. These are drinks. Look at how many drinks that you can get here from all around. Is this mainly American?
Yeah, most of these drinks are American, so we have the biggest range of, we don't just have normal Dr. Pepper. So Americans love their Dr. Pepper, that's the standard Dr. Pepper. But here we have the berry Dr. Pepper, the sugar-free Dr. Pepper, the diet Dr. Pepper, the cherry Dr. Pepper, the vanilla Dr. Pepper. every flavour of Dr. Pepper that's available is in this store. So that's why we call ourselves the International House of Candy, because we don't just do one product, we do the whole range.
Whole range. And
we've probably got about 100 different American soft drinks.
But you've also got down here, I noticed that you've got breakfast cereals and all sorts of, well, they used to be here, I think you've changed them now.
Down further,
breakfast cereals? We're talking, let me just turn the camera around, we're talking about a massive, probably to put things in perspective, it's probably 2 tennis courts, the size, isn't it?
Oh, it's about 200 square metres.
200 square metres, good mate. Now, breakfast, look at these lollies, or candy I guess you call them. But
Americans love their breakfast cereal, so we have a massive range of American breakfast cereal. We've got Lucky Charms, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Oreo cereal, Cheerios. And we even have, if anyone knows what churros are, it's the Mexican...
Yep.
Mexican donuts.
Yep.
This is the Cinnamon Toast Crunch churro cereal. So.
But seriously, I mean, the thing is, you've got all of this stuff that's tempting to anyone that would be working in the business. You should be the size of Africa, right?
Filling these shelves is hard work.
Oh, okay, right. But how tempting is it? Look at this stuff. It is just incredible.
Range. Most people have heard of Twinkies.
Yep.
Twinkies are an American sponge cake.
Right.
So it's a sponge cake with cream on the inside.
Yep.
Walmart has a whole aisle of Twinkies and Hostess products, and so do we. So we have a whole section just like Walmart. So if you want to try any American things, if you've got your favourite, a lot of people go to America for a holiday, try all these products, and then they come back to Australia and you can't find them. Yep. So that's why they come to Lollies and Stuff, because they can buy all the American candy and snacks and food and drinks and chips that they tried when they were in America on holidays.
Wow. Mate, can you pop outside? I just want to ask you one more thing before we close this off. But I mean, look at this. This is just it. I mean, can you imagine? Look at this. You've got figurines of
Mickey Mouse figurines. We try to have, we're magical like Disneyland, so we sell the Mickey Mouse figurines and collectible items.
Wow, 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 wow. I'm just going to ask you one more question before we close off. And oh, by the way, I want to point out this is how Darren does things. All right. Look at the uniform here. Okay, I'm just going to show Gail buying something here, but look at the Minnie Mouse uniform. How good is that? So he's thought of everything. You've absolutely thought of everything. So therefore, you've Disney-fied the whole business. And the girls here, is it customer service as good as Disney? Customer service, good, better. Okay, now I'll ask Darren, because it's a little bit noisy in here because of the music. I'll ask Darren a couple of questions. Darren, can I just ask you, mate? I know I'm going to show off here because I was involved in the shop front, but can I just ask you, before, 2 years ago, the shop front wasn't quite like it is now, was it?
You know, well, we opened this business 5 years ago, and we didn't put much effort into the shop front. We just had a name, Lollies and stuff. We got a white sign, printed Lollies and stuff on it, and stuck it up on the front door.
Gotcha.
So we met you, JD, and you said, look, your shop looks good on the inside, but I think the outside could be a bit brighter and stop people from walking past. So we redesigned the shop front, bright colours, new logo, same name, but we just changed the logo.
And I'm going to turn that around so that they can see you in the shop, mate. So therefore, yep.
Had the same name, but we got a new logo, a new shop front. We made it wow, bright, colourful.
That word again, you made it?
Wow.
Wow, okay, good.
Wow factor, you know.
And look at the side of the building, by the way. I want to show them this. Look at this. Okay, so this was a lane that was, I guess you'd say that was a bit seedy, wasn't it? Okay, yeah.
It was a dark and dingy lane that was dull and not colourful. So working with the local council, we got some local artists to paint a mural. The mural's not related to our shop, but it's a mural that's local to the area. It features local plants, local fruit and local animals.
Right.
And the whole side of our building now has a fantastic mural.
Let me just have a look at that, okay?
Features all things from our local area, which is the Hawkesbury area.
Wow, and on this side, of course, it's not quite as stunning, but nonetheless, for a lane that would have been probably a little bit, dare I say, dodgy,
yep.
You've just, and look at what you've done here as well. Yeah, okay. So therefore...
We've wow factored the whole outside of our business, the side of our business, the upstairs of our business to match the inside of our business.
But look at this, it's in a mall. So we're talking about Windsor Mall here. So therefore this is the normal mall. So they've closed traffic to this mall. And it's like your Pitt Street Mall in Sydney, I guess. But, you know, the thing is that there's planter boxes and there's chairs and so forth. But look what this guy's done. If I actually look around here, have a look at the wow factor. When you come to Darren's shop... Does it stand out from the rest? I think so.
It absolutely does, yeah. Look, so many people see our shop front and go, I hear people saying wow.
Yeah.
Like they don't know that it's a wow factor, but they just going, wow, what is this? And they come on in.
And Darren, I know you can't disclose the dollars because that's obviously private, but it's made just by doing the shop front, aside from all the other wonderful things you've done, I mean, you've been a great advocate of this wow factor direct response marketing, but just doing the shop front made a significant difference immediately, didn't it?
Absolutely. We did this overnight. So we closed the shop at night, pulled the old shop front down, put the new shop front up. Next day, we had more customers, we had comments, we had people talking about it. We have people posting pictures of our shop on social media, like on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all the time, talking about our shop front.
So you'd be an advocate for the director of first impressions. Of course, for a retail shop is going to be, I mean, for all of us these days, it's our website, but for a retail shop, you'd have to say the director of first impressions is the exterior of the shop.
Absolutely, the shop front. Yeah. Like, people need to see the shop front and know, make it worthwhile wanting to come in. They want to see the shop front and go, what's in there? Let's go and have a look.
Can I just do one more close up here so everyone gets a look at this. This is an absolute stunning shop front. And by the way, I have to say this, is that the shop front was done, Darren, it was done in about, what was it, when they came in at 10 o'clock at night and they were finished at what, 5 the next morning?
Yeah, it was done overnight, yep.
So this shop front here that we're talking about, the crew came in, we actually did a fast motion video of it, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
So they came in, obviously that was pre-built before they came, but that was a couple of weeks worth of work,
yep.
The shop fitting company, but then they came in and they actually put this up overnight.
Overnight, yep. They started about 8 o'clock at night, taking the old one down. They started putting the new one up about 10 o'clock. And by, I think it was 3 o'clock in the morning, it was ready to go. So we opened the shop the next morning at 9 a.m. with a new shop front.
And the reason I'm doing this is because out of all the clients I've had over the years where I provide marketing advice to them, I think Darren would be one of just a handful who have actually taken that advice and run with it. I mean, he's an incredible implementer. He visits a Disney park probably, 2 or 3 times a year?
Absolutely, yeah.
And he's just come back from Shanghai, which, obviously you're there for business as well, but you went to Disneyland there, and
yep.
We've just had coffee for a couple of hours with some brainstorming ideas that Darren's going to be using in his business. And the embarrassment for me is that I'm supposed to be the wow factor guy with the ideas. I think he's beating my ideas now. But the good thing is that I'm just going to steal them and then tell my next client that was my idea.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'll pay you the big bucks for.
Okay, guys, thank you very much, Darren.
Okay, thanks, John.
Okay, see you later, guys.